Hi everyone, today's topic is network switches. In this video, we will learn physical versus virtual network switches, and also we will learn layer 2 and layer 3 switches. Let's start with this. Type of network switches. When we talk about network switches, we have physical switches or virtual switches. Under the physical switches, we have proprietary switches and white box or bare metal switches. Similar way under the virtual switches, we have a proprietary virtual switches and open source virtual switches. When we talk about the functionality of switches, we have layer 2 switches and layer 3 switches. Layer 2 switches only working in a layer 2 environment, and layer 3 switch use both layer 2 and layer 3 switch functionality. Okay, here is a comparison of physical switches. So first one is a proprietary switches. Proprietary switch is a one which a particular company conceptualize, designs, develop and sell their own price. If you want to use, you have to buy. They have lot of research involved to build this hardware and operating system. That's why they're selling their own price, and that's why the price is high. So the vendor have their own network operating system which is only installed on their proprietary hardware. For example, Cisco selling proprietary switches, Juniper, HP and D-Link. On the other hand, we have a bare metal switches which is based on a open hardware. Open hardware means we just buy a blank hardware of switch, and then because it's a blank hardware, that's why its cost is very low. Then we install any open source network operating system which is openly available online. We can either use OpenSwitch or Ubuntu as the operating system on this blank hardware. That's why its price is very low. And also we have a white box switches. White box and bare metal switches have very little difference. In the same way, we have a blank hardware, but in this hardware we have a network operating system preloaded. Some companies actually made a customized switch. They install either open source or a proprietary network operating system based on customer requirement. If you add a proprietary network operating system, you have to add more price on this hardware. So that's why this white box have some more price as compared to bare metal switches. But the functionality is the same. The companies who are selling white box switches are Cumulus, PK8, Big Switch and other bunch of companies have the similar way they are selling white box switch. Let's talk about the proprietary versus bare metal switches. When we talk about proprietary switches, we have a single switch or a module switches. These are the proprietary switches which is on some companies like HP, Juniper. So on a single switch, we buy a single switch. On a modular switches, we have to buy a chassis. As a future requirement, we just add a separate module and just plug in this chassis and increase the switches ports as per our requirements. So every time we have to buy a hardware or we have to buy a software to use these switches. On the other side, we have bare metal switches. It's based on open hardware. Open hardware means it's a blank switches, either a single switch or a module switches. These is like many companies selling these blank switches. Even a Facebook selling a blank switches is a 6-pack switch. It's a modular switch, and then top of that we have a network operating system, and then we install any of them open source network operating system on these switches. Top of network operating system, we install different application based on our requirement. Like if we need switches functionality, we can install Open vSwitch. If we need routing functionality, we can use FRR or Goga. Or if we need any security features, we can install pfSense. So here is the way we can openly design our own hardware or software which we will use in a network environment. Okay, next is the virtual switches. When we talk about the virtual switches, a virtual switch is a software program that allows one virtual machine to communicate with another virtual machine within a virtual environment. Mostly we use in cloud environment or modern networking environment, we use virtual switches. There is a two type of switches. External switches, this type of switches bound to the physical network cards located in the host. An internal virtual switch, this switch is not bound to a physical network card, so it only allows traffic between virtual machines and the host itself. Okay, let me show this. Here is a hardware like either PC or server. We have installed hypervisor for virtualization. Then we install a different virtual machines and also install a virtual switch. So every virtual machine is connected with the virtual switch and communicate with through this virtual switch. This is a basically internal communication. So we call the internal virtual switch. Or if virtual switch talk through a physical switch, means outside the virtual network environment, it will connect through a hardware to the physical switch, and then physical switch through connected to the internet for internet communication. This is called external switch. Okay, let's talk about virtual switches. When we talk about virtual switches, we have a similar way proprietary virtual switches which is own any company. That's why this price is high. If we need to use proprietary virtual switch, we need to buy this. The companies like Cisco selling Nexus 1000V or other virtual switches built into the vSphere means VMware company, or Hyper-V means Microsoft company. They are selling their proprietary virtual switches. Or on the other hand, we have open source switches, which is basically openly available on the internet. There is no cost. It's a free. We have to just download and install on a network operating system or over the hardware switch. So we can use any of them like Open vSwitch, Calico, Concave, Lenel. So these are the open switches, and other bunch of open switches available on the internet. We can download and use as per our requirement. So let's talk about layer 2 versus layer 3. So normally every switch is basically built for layer 2. But some switches have a layer 3 capability as well. So here is a OSI model. When we talk about layer 2 means data link. So layer 2 switch only deal with MAC addresses and no care of IP packets, because IP packets belongs to network layer 3. And layer 3 switch combining features layer 2 and some of layer 3 routing, means they have both functionality layer 2 and layer 3. But we cannot compare routing with the router, because router have a more capacity or capability as compared to layer 3 switch. Let's talk about some comparison. Okay, when we talk about routing functionality, yes, layer 3 support higher routing such as static routing and dynamic routing. When we talk about VLAN tagging based on IP address, there is a IP. Yes, layer 3 switch supporting VLAN tagging. When we talk about inter-VLAN, layer 3 switch also supporting inter-VLAN. When we talk about the scenarios, layer 2 only working in a layer 2 domain, and the layer 3 working is a layer 2 and layer 3 as well. And also layer 3 switch do aggregate multiple access switches as well. When we talk about the advantage, the main advantage of using layer 3 switch is they can route data packets without making extra network hops, thus making it faster than routers. However, they lack some added functionality of router. As I told before, we cannot compare layer 3 switch with the router. Okay, router have more capacity or more capability for routings. But here, why it is faster than routers? This is a scenario you can see. Whenever we have to talk to each other to different networks, we need to involve a layer 3. Means we need to involve a router. When we involve a router, so packets go through this way and this way, means we have add a one extra hop for a layer 3 functionality. That's why we add an extra route. But if on other side, if we add only a layer 3 switch, and layer 3 switch is actually doing the same functionality, layer 2 and layer 3. So that's why it's a fast. We don't have to send a packet for like here in a router and then come back again in a switch. All the functionality within a same switch. That's why inter-VLAN switching working very fast. I hope you learn physical switches, virtual switches, bare metal switches, and layer 2 and layer 3 switches. If you like this video, kindly share with your friends and please subscribe this channel. Thank you.